Listen, The Rock's bald is the most famous actor in the world. It doesn't bother him.
Dude, how many fucking times are we gonna hear this argument? Jason Statham's fucking bald, Bruce Willis is bald, The Rock's bald, and they're all. What's up, guys? Derek, moreplates.com. Today we are going to be talking about Tyson Fury. So he went on some show and I was talking about hair loss, I guess, and expectedly a bunch of people tagged me, and I'm gonna react to it live with you guys and see what his advice is on what to do if you're experiencing hair loss. So here we go. This is on the MMA.Joe Instagram. So let's see. The caption is Tyson Fury, going bald is beautiful, quote unquote. The Rock is bald. The Rock is bald and he's the most famous actor in the world. Gypsy King 101 says going bald is beautiful and something to be embraced. So is this, I'm assuming this is his Instagram. So anyways, let's go.
Embrace being bald. Embrace it. Don't be in denial. Shave it off if it looks a mess. Get rid of it. Grow a beard. Get some facial hair going. That's what I did. I've got the upside down haircut. Listen, The Rock's bald is the most famous actor in the world. It doesn't bother him.
Dude, how many fucking times are we gonna hear this argument? Jason Statham's fucking bald, Bruce Willis is bald, The Rock's bald, and they're all fucking sick and they're super hot. So, you know, you should be bald too because they get bitches, and if they can get bitches, you know, then that means any other person who's bald on this entire planet should also be fine and is just as attractive. It's like, dude, come on.
The Gypsy King's bald. Doesn't bother me. You know, it's not all about. I used to have a mop of like a lion's mane of hair. I've lost it all. Did it affect me? Nah. Did I let it get me down? Nope. You know, I used to shave my hair anyway when I had it because it got in the way when I was fighting. So it you can use it as a positive. You know, you got your low maintenance. You don't have to get it cut all the time and that sort of stuff.
Okay, well, that's fortunate for him that he shaved it on it anyways. That would be like the ideal scenario if you were just like somebody who wanted to shave it anyways and you just happen to go bald, and who the fuck cares, right? So for him, you know, that worked out great. Unfortunately for the rest of us, it is a fucking perilous situation that is you know, full of anxiety-ridden feelings, and you just don't want to fucking progress to that point where you are forced to become a just shaver bro, because it's, you know, the point of insecurity for a lot of men. And it's the thing that sucks about it the most, and is the reason why it's so fucked up to either shame somebody who's going bald or shame somebody who is trying to prevent themselves from going bald. And it's fucked up how there's like two camps of individuals who like hammer each other for doing what they want to do that makes them feel confident in themselves. The fucked up thing is you can't really control it. Like I guess you can to an extent, but it's like the progression of it is something that would otherwise be something you can't control. Whereas like, at least with like weight loss or something, if somebody's fat, it almost always is lifestyle induced. It's usually not like some like autoimmune disease that is uncontrollable via intervention in some capacity, or like some crazy hormonal deficiency that couldn't be, you know, attenuated. You know, like in the token scenarios of like extreme hormone deficiency or extreme, you know, toxicity of disease and blah, blah, blah. You know, the shaming somebody like for being fat in that circumstance is fucked up, obviously, because they can't really do anything about it. But somebody who's just like eating, you know, fucking Oreos and pizza all day, and then they're fat, it's like, you know, you brought that on yourself. But then when people shame bald people, it's like, you could literally do everything right. You could have the perfect sleep regimen, best sleep hygiene ever, you know, follow your circadian rhythm, eat a perfect diet full of the proper allotment of macronutrients, micronutrients, exercise regularly, get sun exposure, you know, do all the fucking good things that you need to do and follow a perfect optimized lifestyle in all regards, avoid environmental toxins, etc. And you'll still have the progression of male pattern baldness, unfortunately, whether you want it or not, especially if you are, you know, genetically prone, you have more aggressive androgenic alopecia than the next guy. It's the most fucked up thing because you can't actually stop it from happening unless you get in the way with, you know, lifestyle intervention to some extent, but largely it's going to be pharmacologically driven, unfortunately, which, you know, up to now, there has not been any significant naturopathic methods that significantly attenuate the downstream cascades caused by androgen receptor activation and the subsequent miniaturization of hair follicles that follow. So, like, for somebody to just tell you, like, you should do what I do because it's fine for me and you just need to accept it, it's like, let people do what the fuck they want. I don't know why it's always bald people telling people to shave their hair, and like people with their hair being like making fun of the bald guys and fucking vice versa and shit, and people telling each other what to do, what not to do. Like, if you want to shave your head, fucking do it. If you don't want to intervene with drugs, if you don't want to get a hair transplant, if you don't want to get a hair system, don't fucking do it, you know? But like, for people to always be imposing their fucking opinions on what other people are doing, it's just baffling.
It's a sign of getting older, isn't it? We don't stay spring chickens forever. Some people lose hair, some people don't. And, the advice from me would be just crack on with it. You know, embrace being bald, embrace it. Don't be in denial. Shave it off if it looks a mess. Get rid of it. You know, it's grow a beard. Get some facial hair going. That's what I did. I've got the upside down haircut. I think that we look at these social media things, Facebook, Instagrams, Twitter, whatever else people have got, TikToks, and you see all these perfectly built people. Like, they're all ripped and they're all working out 24/7, and all the girls they're doing squats and they're all ripped in bikinis, and all the men are the same. But when I go out, if I go to the first pub or the first bar or anywhere, restaurant, I don't see any of these people. I just see normal people, like, with bits of bellies on them, drinking a pint of beer, and women having a glass of wine, that sort of stuff. It's all virtual reality. In an ideal world, everybody would be ripped and fit and in fantastic shape. But we know in reality that not everybody's built the same, and not everybody can get that way. Embrace who you are, whether you're bald or you got a ton of hair, it doesn't really matter. We're all people anyway. So, like,
I get it. He's trying to make you feel better if you're going bald and you can't do anything about it. Like, I understand the, I guess, the message here. So I guess maybe I shouldn't be so hard on the the just shave it bro guys. Because sometimes I guess they can be coming from a good place in some capacity, but it's also like I guess he's not specifically saying don't do anything to, like, I don't fucking know if that's what he's actually saying. If he's actually implying, if you could stop it, don't fucking do it. Just like make sure you go bald. But he's just saying embrace it, and it's like, I guess if you're comfortable with it and it doesn't like ruin your confidence, then by all means. But you know, for some guys, unfortunately, it's not going to be a viable solution.
You know, I wear hats all the time, keep my head warm. Everyone's built differently, and I don't think that, especially me, like I'm a 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, and I've never had a good body ever. So it's like, gravity and law says, oh, you need a good body to be a good athlete, or you need a good body to feel good about yourself. I say, no, you don't. Because I've always been fat. I'm still fat today. And I've been in front of millions of people with my shirt off. And, you know, I feel good about me. I feel good being 275 pounds. You know, it's not about a certain number or a certain body type. It takes all body types and all shapes and sizes to make the world go round. And I think you need to find that inner goodness in yourself where you feel positive. You see me every single day of the week, 7 days a week, mostly twice a day. I'm still fat, look. But I'm happy. I'm a fat man who's happy.
So he's basically saying because he trains every day and he's still holding excessive amounts of fat, that somehow that indicates that you should be happy with being not shredded? Like, I don't see the logic, man. Like, maybe if you just ate less, who am I to give a fucking world champion advice? But I mean, like, obviously if you ate less calories, you might be able to peel some of that off. And like, the way you're justifying it is pretty much implying in itself that it would be preferable to have less fat, in which case, you know, many people would derive some sort of, you know, confidence boost from being in better shape and perhaps have better biomarkers and health because of it. You know, less fat, less visceral fat, less insulin resistance, etc. And I don't know if there's like I get the whole body shaming thing, but I mean, like, it gets to a point where it's like, are you just accepting your current state because you don't want to do what it takes to improve? You know, like, if you could otherwise improve yourself, would it make you feel better about yourself? If yes, then perhaps that is a pursuit or an endeavor worth pursuing. to feel better about yourself. Because at the end of the day, if you feel better about yourself, you're going to be happier in your life. Like, that's just fucking common sense. So, you know, the body acceptance shit, the bald acceptance shit, it's like, is each his own, man. But I mean, like, you shouldn't have to impose you need to feel okay with being fat and bald on other people. Like, you know what I mean? It's like if you diet aggressively and weight train to kind of to build up a foundation of muscle so then you can support a shredded physique and blah, blah, blah. You know, your genetics may not allow you to get to, you know, the fitness model on TikTok or whatever the fuck, but you can certainly get closer than doing not trying. You know, you can certainly get closer than 275 pounds probably, you know. So, you know, he's saying, like, he's basically about to say here, I've got the excellent dad bod, you see, and he's about to justify how the dad bod's fine. And it's like, are you really, like, saying you would rather not be a bit leaner, and, you know, that would have no, you know, merit for your feeling of, you know, confidence whatsoever? It seems pretty baffling to me that would be the case.
I've got the excellent dad bod, you see, 5 kids later. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you all next year.
Okay, so that is the end of it. So he basically pulls out the old just shave it bro. Jason Statham is fucking sick cunt. So is The Rock. You know, be a sick cunt like those guys, you know, because they get bitches and they're famous and they're bald. So obviously it works for the rest of us, right? Unfortunately, it's not necessarily the case. Not everyone looks good like that. In fact, I would argue that most people look worse when they're bald. Yours truly as well. When I was balding, it was a massive source of insecurity for me, and getting in front of it was something that helped me, you know, not feel so fucking bad about myself at the time. So I personally, you know, for me, this is more a case of you have to do what makes you happy. If you being happy and you deriving confidence from something is worth it to you, then it's worth it, regardless of what other people are saying. Just because some guy fucking is bald and is saying, because I'm bald, you need to be bald. Like, it's just fucking silly, obviously. Or if I have a dad bod, then you should also be okay with your dad bod. Like, no, fucking eat less food, you know, try and lose some fat. Maybe you can get a bit closer to that dream body you want. Maybe you don't have the best genetic structure in the world. Maybe you're not going to be a fucking Mr. Olympia, but maybe you can get pretty damn close. I think most people, it's within reason with normal testosterone levels, normal hormone levels, that you can get pretty fucking close naturally to 10% body fat and look pretty damn good year round if you just stick to a reasonably intelligently designed diet model and is you're cautious of your calorie intake to some extent, and you continue with the energy expenditure through the, you know, he's doing like daily exercise here. So obviously he's eating a shit ton of food if that's the case, and he's still maintaining the 275 dad bod training every single day. So do what fucking makes you happy and confident, dude. Like, this kind of shit is just dumb in my opinion. Be bald, be fat. Like, no, dude. Like, do what makes you fucking happy, and don't let somebody else tell you what you should or shouldn't feel is important. So anyways, take from that what you will. Thank you guys for watching. I was hoping there'd be some more information in here, like something to fucking, that was not a whole lot of substance. It was kind of just like a just shave it bro video. But I guess it's coming from a megastar, so maybe this video picks up some traction. And if you want to see my deep dives into hair loss pharmacology, I recommend you check out the playlist I have on my YouTube channel and my website too, if you want to see my deep dive articles. And if you want to subscribe to the newsletter, you will not get sent those articles when they come out unless you sign up to that. So I highly recommend you subscribe. And what else? If you want to follow me on Instagram, that'd be cool, you know, to diversify the platforms. At @moreplates_more_dates. I'm also on Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts if you want to listen on audio instead of burn through your data on YouTube. And if you want to support the channel, you can check out anything I'm associated with in the video description below, including my TRT clinic, the pharma grade hair loss medications that I use, the #1 hair loss prevention shampoo that I use myself and would recommend, fast drying non-greasy minoxidil, anything else I'm associated with that is relevant. It's all in the video description below. So thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.